Ladies and gentlemen, PSquare is back.
Boom, boom. See blood pressure.
Well up, well up. Now, I don't mean Peter and Paul as in PSquare, right? I mean Mr. PSquare just released a new song called I Can't Look Away. Now, the song has been going viral and it has a lot of controversy surrounding the song. So with this video, I'm going to be breaking down what the critics are saying and how this song itself is going to change the whole scenario for the Afrobeat in general. So don't look away.
Love me, check them now to watch to the very end, please.
Alright, welcome back guys. Now for those who are not aware, Mr. PSquare just released a new song called I Can't Look Away. Now we're going to talk about the main concept of the song. You see, the reason the song is trending recently is because this is like the main PSquare vibe. Now the concept is very simple. Now you see, the main PSquare kind of songs usually centered around women or money, right? Now this is what this song is actually centered around, and there is no explicit content in it, like, which is what we always know the PSquare kind of vibe for. They don't, that's why families can actually play it, households play it, that because there's no explicit content in the songs, right? Now one other thing that you can look in the song itself is the choreography. Now we've always known PSquare to be the people that revolutionize like the music itself, the music video, right? And this is what Mr. P has brought into this song I Can't Look Away, whereby there's a dance, like the dance is amazing, like it's super PSquare kind of vibe, yeah. And now one other thing that you can actually look at is the easy chorus, right? Now you can see that PSquare they've always had easy chorus. That was a major selling point for them, which is what this song has. I say I can't look away, like it's very simple. I can't look. If you recall back then to when the PSquare was still on top of the chart, and then if you heard song like do me get, I said they do me, you know, or you hear something like make you roll it, control it, or you hear oh you're shaking me. Now this is the same concept. The chorus is so easy, and this is why this song is seeming to be like going very viral, because this is the old PSquare kind of vibes. Now you see, but the problem there now is the critics, right? And a lot of people have been criticizing the song. Now I just want to say what the critics are actually saying is it's understandable, but from what I've seen so far, what the critics are saying is basically because they feel like this song is old school, right? And if you try to picture where the critics are coming from, you understand that these critics are people who are actually into PSquare. That's the us, yeah, the Gen X, yeah, because we saw PSquare. I grew up with PSquare, and that's like majorly how it was for me. We bought CDs, families got involved, because so most of these people who are actually the core fans of PSquare, they feel like this is an old pattern of PSquare, but they're forgetting something, yeah. Everyone is looking for the PSquare itself that is missing, and this song seems to have filled that gap of the missing PSquare itself, right? And so they are not happy with the fact that this is Peter doing it alone instead of Peter and Paul, because ideally if it were to be Peter and Paul, like the Rude Boy and Mr. P doing this song, trust me, you really get criticism from it. You understand? But because it is just this guy who's doing it, and they are stuck in that part of the PSquare that they know, and so they're like, no, this is old, we don't want this. But now if you're also going to look at one of the part that the critics are not looking at is the fact that things have changed, and which PSquare is no longer existing, and there's a lot of reasons for it, and of course I made several videos about it. Now what the critics are also looking at is the fact that they're saying that the song has AI enhancement in it. Now it's quite hilarious, because for a fact that I use a lot of AI tools, but then I would say something here is we are in the era of AI, right? And if the song, and they were looking at the song and we're saying, oh, there's AI input in the song, and now that's very amazing. And I'll tell you why. As a creative, creatives are meant to what, develop themselves. And so at this point, if Mr. P used AI to enhance the song, then he's a very smart guy. Because you see, at least in the era of typewriter, right, and there were people who were still stuck in the typewriter era, whereby they said, oh no, typewriter is the highest development, and then computers came in. Right now, when computers came in, what happened? Those who refused to evolve from typewriters to computers got left behind. And so if Peter has actually shown that he can use AI to transform the song, mind you, I'm not a fan of AI music itself, right? Because they don't have, to me, they don't have like no soul. But you see, if you can impute the AI itself and use it to augment, right, and make something that is unique, which is what Peter has done here, and then the critics are at fault here because they're not understanding the generation we are in right now. Now, what is this for the entire Afrobeat industry itself? Now, you see, for a while now, if you follow up with what's been happening, a lot of people have been complaining that Afrobeat is declining, right? And they've been saying a lot of things. Oh, our songs, the brain rot kind of songs. Everyone is just talking bomb and money and fraud and stuff like that. No one is really talking about, now you see, where the song comes in is giving us that same vibe that we used to have as Afrobeat itself before the big guys came in and with money and everything and changed the game for us. Now you see, this song itself is like a reflection of what Afrobeat really was. It was mainly about the vibe, right? And that's what this one is. And you see, what this means for the Afrobeat industry is simply means that in as much as people are complaining, now we can always look back and say, okay, who can give us that same vibe that we really used to enjoy without the explicit content in them, and people can just, both kids, both old and both young, everyone can vibe to it. And it seems like Peter has been able to do that very thing. He has been able to crack into that void that's everyone is trying to look for. We've been searching for a while now, what's happening. Now it seems like he has been able to do that. Now, for those who are actually the PSquare fans, right, I need you guys to understand this thing. Anything can happen, and which is the business itself. And in business, partners come together. We also Mohit go, we also Style Plus go. We've seen a lot of groups go. Now it might be surprising that these guys are brothers and they're not supposed to happen, but it's business, right? And now that they are no longer together, we just have to understand that this is a new era, and this is Mr. PSquare, and now there's a Rude Boy. It's a separate entity now, and we have to embrace it for what it is. Now, of course, it doesn't stop you from listening to Rude Boy or going to, because none of them is being stopped from performing the old PSquare song. So if you go to a Rude Boy show, definitely you're going to see listen to the old PSquare songs. He's going to perform them. If you go to a Mr. P's show, he's going to perform the old songs. And now the only difference is in the Mr. P's own, you're going to be seeing a lot of dance, right? Then in the Rude Boy, it's just the song, the lyrics, and the vibes, right? Now, for me, I'm looking at it from the angle of a businessman that Mr. PSquare has been able to tap into that void that's been missing for a while, that he has been. And he said one thing before he released this song. He said he's going to make one of the biggest song, one of the greatest song, one of the biggest album. Of course, this is a rollout for his album, and this song alone is showing that man knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. So, and now you see, but the thing there is, for me, if I were to be in Peter's shoes, then I would say that he's getting it right. But then there's a lot of work to still be done. Of course, we've seen celebrities vibing on. We've seen Davido vibing on it. We've seen the likes of Yule Duce. We've seen a lot of people vibing on it. But you see, then if we're looking at really making the song go as far as supposed to go from the angle of a businessman, I would say that for us, for those who are still on the side of understand that it's PSquare we used to know, which is majorly the Gen X or the millennials, we can no longer, the market, what Mr. P has to sell might no longer be satisfying to us because we're expecting more, right? So I feel like if he can actually target the younger generation, the Gen Zs, the pandemic babies, those ones, because they have no idea who PSquare is. So now they're going to be seeing like Mr. PSquare as a different person. So this controversy will be coming up. The criticism won't be there because they're seeing this person as a new artist and it's something that is amazing to them. And come on, so for me, if I'm to rate this song, I'm going to rate this song, let me say I'll give it a 9 over 10. Now the reason I'm going to be saying 9 over 10 is because there's always room for improvement. And of course, if you've gotten to this point of the video, you already know what to do. You have to share, like, and subscribe. And it's all love over here. And make sure you watch all the videos on the Gist Arena podcast because I'll keep things like this coming, and I'll see you guys some other time.